Why are the hottest people you date usually the most toxic? Even if you haven't experienced this directly, you've probably heard a woman lament the fact that the men who treat them the best are never the attractive ones. And you've probably heard guys say stuff like, the hot ones are always crazy. This is interesting, as research suggests that if anything, it's actually the opposite. More physically attractive people, on average, have more desirable personalities and are more mentally stable. So, why is personal experience often different? Well, two reasons. First is Berkson's paradox. Take a look at this graph. This hypothetical plot shows how attractive a person's personality is to you on the y-axis and how attractive their physical attractiveness is to you on the x-axis, scored out of 10, assuming a normal distribution and no correlation between the variables. You probably factor in both looks and personality when choosing a partner. So let's say hypothetically, you'll only date people who are at least a 14 total when you add up their looks and personality scores. Meaning a 7 and a 7 is okay, but so is an 8 in looks with a 6 in personality, or a 5 in looks and a 9 in personality. Look what happens when you filter out people below this 14-point threshold. We end up with an inverse correlation, even though there wasn't one in the general population. This is Berkson's paradox. If you only sample cases that meet a combined threshold for two traits, it can make those traits seem to be inversely related, because you would never consider someone who was toxic and unattractive. It creates the illusion that attractive people are more likely to be toxic, even though as a matter of fact they probably aren't. Now, mate value discrepancies is also a technical term for when someone is dating out of their league. Frankowska and colleagues found that if a man is dating a woman who is more desirable than him, he'll go down on her more to compensate. To put it in simple terms, if he's a 4 and she's a 6, he'll be more likely to be more generous to make up the 2-point difference. It's a lighthearted example, but the same logic applies beyond the bedroom. If you date someone more attractive than you, they don't have to try as hard to keep you, as they're less likely to put in the effort into the relationship. But the same person, if they were dating up, might put in tons of more effort. So to summarize, it's true that the best looking people you date probably won't have the best personalities and may not treat you as well. But this isn't because hot people are actually toxic. That's an illusion created by a distorted sample and a difference in effort. If you want us to make you more attractive, well, click the link in bio at cruise.com.